Hey everyone, welcome back to the third day of Bakemas 2019, and today we are going to make strawberry banana muffins. These banana muffins are a little different in that we are going to add some fresh strawberries to the batter, and these two fruits really go well together. So to start the recipe, preheat your oven to 180 degrees Celsius, that is 350 degrees Fahrenheit. So this is a quick bread, so it's just the wet ingredients in a bowl and dry ingredients in another bowl, and then we just going to mix these two together and we are done. So I'll start with wet ingredients. I have in this bowl 2 eggs at room temperature, and I'm just going to lightly whisk these together to break them up. And then I'll fold in the 2 mashed bananas. Also 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. And then here I have half a cup of melted butter that I have melted and let it cool to room temperature. I like to use the unsalted butter, but you can also use the salted one. But if you do use the salted butter, you have to leave the salt that we are going to use in the dry ingredients. Now just mix all these together with a wire whisk. And that's our wet ingredients. And now for the dry ingredients, I have here 2 1/4 cup of all-purpose flour. And to that I'm going to add 3/4 of a cup of brown sugar. Now because brown sugar and bananas goes really well together. And then I'm going to add 1 1/2 teaspoons of baking powder, a 1/4 teaspoon of baking soda, and 1/2 teaspoon of salt. Also 1 teaspoon of ground cinnamon. Now if you don't like cinnamon, you can leave that as well. And then just mix all these together with a wire whisk. Just want to make sure that we get all the baking powder and the baking soda all mixed into the flour. And then stir in 1 cup of fresh strawberries, which are diced into small cubes. I'm mixing that in because it will coat the strawberries with the flour mixture, and that is going to help them prevent them from sinking as the muffins bake. And that's why we should always cut them in little pieces, because if they're too heavy or they're too big, they will drop down to the bottom of the muffin, which we don't want. So now just make a well at the center of your dry ingredients and just pour in your wet. So here it goes. And now just stir that all together. Make sure everything is mixed together. Like when all the flour is moistened, then we have to stop stirring. Because if you stir too much, then your muffins will be rubbery, they'll be tough, which we don't want. We want them to be nice and moist, not tough. See, this is really a thick batter. So we are done with our mixing. So here is my 12 cavity muffin tray, which I have lined with paper liners. You can also grease it directly if you don't have the paper liners. So now you could use 2 spoons like I'm using here, or you can also use an ice cream scoop to evenly fill the muffin cups. So once all the liners are properly filled, I'm going to put this in the oven for about 25 to 30 minutes, or you can say until a toothpick inserted in the center comes out clean. So into the oven it goes. So our strawberry banana muffins are now done. You can see they have a nice rise to them, and they have browned a little. I'll show you. See, it has a beautiful brown color, and the red strawberries are looking really gorgeous with this brown color. And I'll show you one from inside too. These are still warm. See, very moist and soft, fresh strawberries peeping out. These are perfect to eat on the same day when it is baked. So now you can enjoy these muffins after about 10 to 15 minutes. These muffins are the best on the day they are baked, but you can also cover and store them for few days at room temperature, or they can even be frozen. So until next time, this is Deepali from deepaliohri.com. Happy baking!